Not overstating it by saying life-changing.
Felt deeply impacted by working with James.
This innovative thinking should start in primary school, go right through secondary school and go into third level.
What I had to do was to find a way in which disabled people and designers could work together.
We're trying to show designers that it's beyond disability, that it's about age, and it's about size, and it's about a range of abilities and disabilities.
So we thought, well, what would happen if we only gave designers 24 hours and not 5 months to come up with a solution?
We walked down Abbey Street. There was obstacles everywhere. From bikes, bins, poles, people, everything was in the way. Even well-intentioned interfaces failed. The Lewis ticket system itself has an audio button on it, but there's no way of knowing where to press that audio button. Some of us tried walking with her blind stick, and it's just a very, very difficult thing to do.
Being a blind person, surely I can see situations, places and things in a different way from a sighted person. So I'm interested in seeing how other people understand universal design.
Western societies, like in the next 10, 20 years, are going to have a lot of people over the ages of 50, 60 and 70. They need to lead independent lives. And that means that suddenly you need to have, ideally, a society universally designed.
It's about everybody. So it's designing for all. It actually saves money and it makes money.
What we're looking at within the umbrella universal design is how all people can easily navigate through products or services or the built environment itself.
Our idea is inspired by this workshop and by Chris and the design process that we've been going through. It's a kind of foot switch. They come to an intersection, they'll see this element which is buried in the pavement, and it lights up, and then they depress it and it basically just works the pedestrian lights or guides them across with sound.
I'm really tall and I think about blind users, or I think about users with mobility problems when I'm designing, but I'd be guilty of overlooking short people sometimes. Nick doesn't have many disabilities or accessibility problems, but Nick's wife does. We designed a pod that can attach to the back of one of the Dublin bikes. Nick can pedal the bike. The pod is motor assisted, so there's no extra effort in pedaling. If any can sit in the pod, it's perfectly safe, but also the pod can be used for parents who have children, for people with groceries.
Our idea is about awarding a badge to a premises that is very inclusive and that has facilities for people with disabilities, families and kids. It will have light, sound, it will have braille on it, it will vibrate so it can be understood by people of all abilities.
I'm real excited about the strong competition that I'm seeing, and these teams are very, very dedicated to this process, and many of them have stayed up through the night.
We came up with a compass for Dublin that'll be mounted on top of bollards. You can wander in Dublin and be lost without actually being lost, because you just go to one of these bollards, turn it, and you'll get a major Dublin landmark instantly. And I think it will help people orientate themselves and navigate.
I think not only can it be patented, but I will be disappointed if I don't see it in the year 2012 when we become the city of science.
Jenny does take kind of particular note of getting the People's Choice Award, because I think it really says something about hearing from the audience
Surely if people voted the project, and this is a project that should be addressing people needs, not judges' needs. So for me, it's the most important thing.
Another thing that I thought was fantastic was the way that what we call design partners, how those people came out and said what they needed and said what they felt and said what they wanted. They're just wonderful, they communicate, and we are lesser for not understanding their feelings.
Absolutely. You could see the excitement and the appreciation in their eyes, but they stopped being invisible.